Hello, today we're going to be making how to cook your potatoes, and we're going to be doing it the old Cornish way. You're using an old pot here, some pennies, and we got some spares over here in case we need them for later. We've also sterilised some, and then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be needing these things, and we're going to be cooking this here potato on a little old what's that? Fire thing. Candle. You in the old days when they used these, they used a little pot of oil or something like that. So that's alright. And of course you need some matches to light your candle. And you need some salt, because potatoes are horrible without any flavour. And you need some paper towels there to clean up when you cut the hole in the potato. So, and obviously you need some knives and some tin foil there. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So what you need to do, first of all, is find yourself a nice potato. This is a nice golden one there, they taste nice, they do. And then you need, to begin with, 12 pennies there. I counted them, so I knew there's 12 there. In case anyone nicked any, I'll just quickly check. Yeah, I think we're alright. Now what you want to do is arrange them in groups of 4, in piles of 4 I mean, in a 3, in a little triangle like that around the candle. Now these there are clean, so we don't touch them with our dirty hands yet, do we? No. So next thing is to start our oven. So we have the lighter here. Well, maybe before we start the oven, show you how to wrap the pot. So you get your flower pot like that. Got a nice hole. You need one hole in the bottom. Can you see that? Can you see that? Alright. And you need a bit of tin foil like that. And you wrap it around. And that will keep the heat, it will stop it from escaping there. And get yourself a knife. Well, I don't suppose you need a knife, do we? Yeah, you do. You cut it nicely around the flower pot like that. It's how all the Cornish people do it. It's how we all eat potatoes down here. You don't need that bit, you just make it nice and clean around the edge. And you do the same thing for the top, look. Nice sharp knife you need here. You chuck all the rubbish away, like that. And what you got is a wrapped up flower pot, like that. Make sure you've removed the flowers before you do this. Right, next thing is to line up your pennies around your candle so it can stand up like that. You don't want them too close because they fall on the inside. That's not bad. Right, then the next thing you do, I've got some more pennies over here, is you arrange them on top like that. See, the cameraman's getting tired. And then you arrange them like that. Again, in another little triangle like that. The next thing is the most important bit. You must pay attention. You will get your sterilised pennies, and we're going to cut a hole in here. And the reason we sterilised them is because we're going to put the pennies in there, and the heat of the candle comes up through here. It's going to make contact with the copper pennies, and then the heat's going to go through and cook it from the inside like that. So first thing we do is cut a hole for our pennies to go in. This is very, very easy if you know what you're doing. So you cut yourself, it's going to be quite deep because you want to get your pennies in there. You don't want them falling out. And it's coming, look. You should just keep doing that and it'll come. There you go. Can you see that? Don't waste that, you can eat it later. Now this is where your second knife come in. This is just a butter knife like that. Put it in the hole, and you want to make it a little bit bigger because you need to get 4 pennies in there. Like that. There you go. And get your 4 pennies like that. Can you see that? 4 pennies there. Some old bag's head on it. And you push it in there like that. Now some of you might be saying that don't look very sterilised and clean. Well, I assure you, you're probably right. But they taste alright. Get a nice flavour of the Queen. You make sure you push them in enough. And what I like to do sometimes is use a knife and actually put a little bit of force on there to make sure they're in there nice and tight, because there you go, see? You want them almost parallel. See that? Because you don't want them really protruding too much. Otherwise you get funny flavoured potatoes. Now, before we move ahead, we need to start the fire. Alright, so carefully lift this up. Being careful not to knock your pennies off. And make sure it's all alright. Now, matches. These matches come all the way from last video. There you go. If you don't know how to light matches, you can watch one of our other videos and we'll tell you how to do it. Right, let your candle light a little bit. You don't want it to go out, so just wait a second. I think when he edits the video he might speed this bit up a little bit, I think. Right, welcome back. You let it warm up. Now we're going to put the pennies on. There. Like I said, you got to make sure they're aligned nicely, otherwise they fall over. And you need to make sure it don't fall over. How's that looking? He'd come this way a little bit, couldn't he? There we go. Right. Now what's going to happen is the air is going to come under this plate here. And you're going to keep the candle alight. And if you want to look down there, there's a fire in there. And because this here is made from terracotta, it's going to warm up, get really hot. And this here, this tin foil is going to stop the heat from escaping. And now, when we put this potato on top, like that, the heat coming out that hole is going to make contact with our pennies here. And these pennies here is going to elevate it a little bit so we can cook it. The next stage will show you how to actually cook it there. So, got to be careful to align. Might want to zoom in there, Mr. Cameraman. How we align. Can you see that? Can you see that? I think you're looking at the salt here, over here. Can you see? Alright. Next stage is to get some more tin foil like that, and we're going to simply put it over the top. We're going to do a fold first, and we do that with using our kitchen roll. Put the tin foil over the top like that, and it gives you A little bit of a shape there. Then when you take it off, look at that, genius. Make sure you can lift it off after. You're not going to burn your fingers. Now we're going to put this over the top, and what's going to happen is it's going to act like a cooker. Much like some of you have in your kitchen. And you want it to be a bit loose, so the air can come out the bottom. And I expect we'll come back once it's cooked, shall we? This will take about 2 hours. You don't need to change the candle, it will last. And it'll be nice and warm and ready for some butter and cheese and some nice bread. And of course, salt, because potatoes are horrible without salt. And if you need to practice cutting your potatoes, there's one we did earlier. And of course, what you do is you use your knife. You cut 2 slots, about the right size of 4 pennies, and you gouge it out with one of them. Alright?
After 3 hours, my potato should be cooked. There he is. Oh, he's lovely and hot. Oh, he's very hot. He's glowing, if you can look closely, he's glowing. Right, I'm hungry now, so what I'll do is I'll take my potato. Careful, because he's very hot. Oh, we'll put it down here. If you want to observe, I put 2 peas inside to help with the cooking. It's nice and cooked there. We know the proof is in the pudding. So here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Bit of salt. And here we go. Beautiful. Right. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.